Yeah, I did just get done talking about this. Well, I touched on it, but guess I need to expound. So this goes to somebody that was in the group I was just talking to. Okay. The part when I was talking about you cannot treat people horribly and do things to people and then get upset when that same exact thing happens to you, right? Especially when somebody was sent there to warn you, to prevent you from walking into what you're now sitting in. This person was greedy with you, okay? Lied to you about their finances, had you help them with finances when really they were stealing from you. And then to add insult to injury, they were propositioned to they were propositioned by somebody from your past, lurking in the shadows. Propositioned like, hey, you want to make some money? I'll pay you to do magic against this person to stop their money flow, to stop the way they make money, to stop their security. And they agreed to it. First of all, you should have known something was wrong when somebody comes to offer you money to do something to someone else. Like, come on. That's failure in your character because that's obvious. That's right in front of your face. It's not hidden. It's not cloaked. There's no mask over it. It's up front. So that shows that you are messed up internally somewhere where you feel like it's okay to do that to people, especially people who have your best interest at heart. So you did this, and then you spoke horribly to this person as if they did something wrong to you because of gossip you heard about them that wasn't true, that made you start treating them badly out of nowhere. You didn't bring this information to them, nothing. You just believed it, took the money, did something against them, and you put your mouth on them. You spoke bad about them. And they never did none of that to you. They never hurt you. They never harmed you. If you were hurt by anything, it was something internally with you because this person was never rude to you. They were kind to you. They loved on you. 333 on my timer. And you had the audacity to be upset and emotional over what? Over what? Exactly. 345 on a timer. Over what? But you trust deceptive people. There is no loyalty amongst thieves. I don't know how many times. Now you seeing they turned on you. Yeah, yeah. They didn't turn on you. They were against you the whole time. And they were feeding your ego to make you think that you were the man, you were the woman, you were this, you were that. They were feeding your ego because they knew that you are blinded by your ego. You are blinded by your arrogance, your pride. It blinds you. You're vulnerable. Something that you don't like being with people that you should be vulnerable with. 444 on my timer, but you're vulnerable to those who are waiting to stab you, waiting to cut your throat. So now, and I told y'all, karma, this judgment this season, it's a quick turnaround. It's not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. God done dropped some miracle grow in that soil. Cause the turnaround's like that. Now, I'm talking to the person who has done this. Beloved, for the person on the other side who had this done to them, keep doing what you're doing. You'll be all right. Heal from this. All right? Learn your lesson. Not to overgive, not to overextend. Give people the benefit of the doubt when they deserve it. When they deserve it. Okay? People will respect you. They don't have to like you, but they will respect you. All right? Back to you. Your money stopped. You're losing the home you live in or whatever roof you're living under. Relationship ended. Thank God for that. And you're stuck with the person that you turned against. You're stuck with them on your mind because you're realizing that that was your way out. That was the fork in the road where you were supposed to decide what was the right way to go. And you let other people decide for you. Instead of choosing and knowing what was right in front of you. When somebody presents themselves to you, you don't see no red flags. Their character hasn't changed. They don't give you any signifiers to doubt who they are, what they stand for, or any of that. And then you believe the word of people you know or people you don't know. You believe their word over what you already know to be true about this person. That makes you foolish because you already know what type of person this is. While you're sitting here trying to figure out what type of person this is and go around them and research what type of person this is, which you should do, period, right? But you were doing it in a malicious manner to see what you can get. Because let's be honest, you were just looking for a quick blow and go or a quick bang and go or however you want to say it. Okay? That's what you were looking for. But you didn't know that this person was sent to you because that was your person. And you couldn't see through all the fog and smoke that as soon as this person came into your life, everybody else in your life started acting stupid. Even more. They started acting even more crazy. And that wasn't even a signifier to you. They wanted you to stay away from this person. Why they want you to stay away from this person so bad? Huh? Why they want you not to trust this person so bad? Maybe because they were threatened that if you got close to this person would reveal who was around you and what they were around you for. Why do you think they always kept you drunk, kept you high, everything at your disposal, playing on your top, playing on your mental? And they did it. But you allowed it. You allowed it. Then somebody in your family died. And it's because of what you and the group around you were doing. And for somebody, that person who passed away, they were doing it as well. They stepped in between something they had no business stepping in between, which is God's purpose. It says what God brings together, let no man separate. So if you step in God's way, what do you think he's going to do? He's going to plow you over. He's giving the warnings enough. He's just going to start knocking people over left and right. You don't want to listen? Knock them over. You want to get in my way? Knock them over. Are you not experiencing that now? Yes, you are. So your best bet would probably be to change your ways. Unless you want that to be the rest of your life. That's up to you. It's your choice. We all have free will. But what you won't do is sit in a pity party and act like you're innocent. Act like you're not a thief. Act like you're not a liar. You know what you did. And I'm not here to beat you up on what you did, but you're not going to act like you didn't and then play the victim. And then when someone tries to address the issue, you ignore what they're saying and you push what you want to talk about. You push your selfishness instead of addressing the issue at hand. Had you addressed the issue, things would have changed for you. 1203 on my timer. Didn't I just make a video talking about you can't run from yourself? You can't run from your problems. It's you taking the initiative to do what you know you're supposed to do, which is the right thing. That's when something changes. The moment you do that. Not the moment you decide to do it, because you have to do it, period. You can decide to want to do something, but you never actually take the step to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4 on my timer. I was riding on the bus today, passing the graveyard. And I was just thinking to myself, I wonder how many unfulfilled dreams are in that cemetery. That's what I thought to myself. I don't know if it was myself or no, it was myself, not the Holy Spirit. It was me, because I asked myself the question: how many dreams that were unfulfilled are in that cemetery? And it was a lot. It was one of those cemeteries where there's a lot of war veterans buried there. 1313 on my timer. And they did their jobs. Okay. And who knows? Maybe they had some dreams that I'm sure they did have some dreams that were unfulfilled. But it's beyond the point. I refuse to leave this earth with anything left in me. I'm emptying everything out. Everything God put in me to produce, to pour out, oh, it's going to produce. It's going to pour out. Y'all know the story about the servants that God gave the talents to? The ones who multiplied their talents, and then the one who buried their talent because they were afraid. That one got punished. Untapped potential. Confirmation, y'all heard that. Eventually, you're going to get tired of being the same way. You're going to get tired of receiving the same treatment that you give others. You're going to get tired of losing in life, of not going anywhere, of waking up the same every day doing the same thing. The same thing. And I'm not saying it like I've never done it. I've been there. That's why I'm speaking on it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be. And it takes for you to either get into a hell of a lot of trouble to where you're sat down and you can't do anything but change, or you do it willingly. Obedience is better than sacrifice, though. If you're obedient, then you'll do it willingly. Or when God is telling you, hey, it's time to change. If you have to sacrifice, then that means the change has to be forced by your circumstances, by your environment, by the people in your environment, by the things that you partake in. It's going to be forced. And let me tell you, if you got secrets you don't want out, if you got skeletons in your closet, don't don't go around here uh uh causing hell and havoc, because all of your secrets are gonna come out. Gotta make sure of it. You think you so big, God will knock you down to size. Humble you real quick. Maybe not quick to your standards, because people do a lot of things for a long time and think that they're getting away with it. But remember, to God, a day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is to a day. So to God, it's like you did this today. By the end of the day, you're learning your lesson, right? But in human time, that could be, you could have had a 5-10 year run doing whatever you wanted, causing hell. But you better believe there will come a day where that check has to be cashed. 1717 on timer. There will come a day where that check has to be cashed, and it shows signature on the check. And God is going to give you a full return on your investment. And you're not going to like it. Whoever I'm talking to, when you come up out of this, you better make some wrongs right. Well, I'm not telling you you better, but you got free will, you do what you want. But if I were you, okay, I've had to do this. You might want to make some wrongs that you know you were wrong in doing. You might want to make them right. That means money taken from people that you lied to, that were really trying to help you. You better fix that. You would want to. If you don't, if you leave things unchecked, undone, unfinished, you're just gonna pay for it until you do. That's just how it works. You're just gonna pay for it until you do. If you don't, there'll be more weights added to your life. It'll get heavier and heavier, and you have to carry that if you can carry it. Until you can't. Until it spills over. So, yeah, think about what you did, because that was real foul. That was real foul. And we've all made foul mistakes. Don't let me, we all made foul mistakes, but that you don't do that to nobody who loves you and who's there to really help you and to help make your life better and to protect you at that. You don't do that to somebody like that. That's beyond not right. Beyond it. And you know it. You know it. You know it. It doesn't matter what you told yourself to make it okay for you to do that, or what you let people convince you was okay. Deep down inside, you know it wasn't. You know it wasn't. And you didn't care at the time. But now you're sat down And that's the only thing you can think about. Why? Because you knew you shouldn't have done that. You knew that was wrong. That person didn't do nothing wrong to you. Nothing. And even when they told you what was going to happen because of what you did and the fact that you kept glossing over it and coming back to that person, random, talking to them as if you never did anything, knowing that they know what you did. How arrogant and prideful is that? You feel like you feel like you can still conversate with this person and they know what you did to them and they're just gonna be fine with it. Why? Because you're suave, you're fine, or you're sexy, or what? Everybody's not moved by looks, by a big rack or a big package. Nobody is moved by looks. Well, excuse me. Everybody isn't moved by looks, by the things in the physical. Everybody's not ruled by their sexual nature. Other people have control, have balance. They can say no. Just because you can't and you don't turn down things you know you should doesn't mean others can't and won't. And when they do, you get mad at them. That's because they love themselves and you don't. You need to love yourself. Especially if you got kids. This is what people don't understand that either. I don't know why, but if you got kids, you should really be watching your step. You should really be watching your intentions and what you do. Because what you do affects your children. Now and in the long run. 22 on my timer. I'm talking to somebody. You know how many people are and you're lucky because you didn't get so wrapped up in it. You didn't get so deep in it that you can't redeem yourself. The people who put you up to it, nah, they're buried. They have so much racked up that it's uncomparable to even try to fathom how much. Okay. But I read a chapter the other day about God coming through the land, and he was talking about wiping out everybody and everything. Children, old folk, it didn't matter what it was. 23 on the timer, just like he did back in the day when he told King David or King Solomon or whoever was in power and in leadership at the time, when he would tell them to go to the enemy's camp and slaughter everybody, even the cattle. 2, 3, 4, 5 on my time. Tell me I ain't talking to somebody. 2, 3, 4, 5 on my timer. God would tell them to go slaughter, take out everybody. Why? Because the axe is laid at the root of the tree. And if you don't chop it down to the root, pull out the root, then it'll grow back. That's why he made them get rid of all their descendants. Because if they grew older, if there was some left and they grew older, they would come against them. 24 on the timer. I'm hitting it, boy. Some confirmations in here. Somebody, it might be. I'll leave it there because I'm feeling this is a little too much info for you to ingest. So you might want to take spoonfuls. Yeah, I'll leave it there. But regardless, I love all y'all. Regardless, on either side, for real, I do. Okay, but y'all know me. I don't stand for no nonsense. I don't do the. I don't play. might be goofy sometimes. It might be. I don't play though. You know what I'm saying? Don't play. All right. All right. Later. Ow.